What is up, Cancer? How are you guys doing? It is time for your weekly check-in. We're going to see what's going on with you guys in the 4th week of July. Yeah, apparently July has 5 weeks. I don't know if y'all knew that, but I didn't know that. Kind of caught me by surprise. Anyway, remember, weekly check-ins are just a short, sweet, quick, general, energetic overview. For those of you in need of a personal reading, all the information is in the description of this video. Remember, if you're new to my channel, I am now doing general personal readings. And I love those things, dude. Those are actually my favorite readings that I've ever done in my whole career. They're so simple, efficient, and cheap. You ain't got to ask me nothing. You ain't got to tell me nothing. All you got to do is click what you want read and let me do the rest. I love it. But, you know, I offer more than that. And you can read up on all that on my website, tarotwithrich.com. And the link is in the description. Okie dokie. Let's jump into this. Let's see. What can we tell Cancer about their situation and the person they're dealing with in the 4th week of July? Whoop. Oh, of course, the Emperor jumped out for you. Of course. Some of you dealing with an Aries. I already know. But I don't want to speak on that yet. Hang on just a second. Ooh, Queen of Swords. Wow, okay. That's interesting. It's almost getting to a point where you're kind of starting to go numb a little bit. Like maybe this situation has just depleted you and drained you dry. And you're just like going numb, ice cold, flipping that ice cold switch on this person. Maybe? 3 shuffles here is 1, 2, whoops, and 3. Ooh, some of y'all dealing with a third party situation. Trying not to get too specific here. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like this person wants to talk to you, but you might scare them a little bit. You might freak this person out just a little bit. Honestly, you know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing you connecting with somebody totally, completely different. I'm seeing somebody totally new making their way into your life. I'm not going to hammer too hard on that, though. I want to look at this situation. Yeah, this is strange. It almost feels like it could have been an overnight thing. You know, like overnight you just flipped the switch and went ice cold. Y'all have the capability to do that. You got to be pushed to that point, but you got the capability to do that, don't you? I don't know what happened. I don't know if you just caught this person in one last lie or I don't know. But, you know, it just feels like you're flipping the switch, going ice cold, walking away from this and connecting with somebody totally new. Got a lot of pages in here, though, man. I can't help it. Actually, every single page. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Page of Wands, Page of Swords. You might just be dealing with somebody that ain't even fucking mature enough for you. Maybe you're finally coming to your senses and realizing that. There's still a karmic tie here, though. There is still a karmic tie and a sense of unfinished business. But yeah, it's like you're coming to your senses, finally realizing that, you know, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter how you try to explain yourself, no matter how long you wait, maybe this person just doesn't have the emotional intelligence to be the person you need them to be. So you're just flipping the switch off, walking away, and looking like somebody new is making their way into your life. Let's see this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. Person Cancer's dealing with. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Got that Judgment. Let's get 3 more shuffles here. 1, 2, and 3. Knight of Wands. See? Yup. King of Cups reversed. Yeah, I don't really think there's a whole lot you don't know about this person. Not really. Not really. There's that Emperor again, too. But, yeah, this is one of those things where maybe you're beginning to realize that you spent way too much time overthinking this person. And ultimately just giving them way more credit than they deserve. They're not that deep. They're not that deep. They're not that convoluted. They're not that complex. They're just immature. And I get it. I've been there. I have 100% been there. When you're dealing with somebody and that you're just common sense, you're just like, there is no fucking way that you're that stupid. And you tie your own shoes, and you wipe your own ass, and you pay your own bills, and you are just out there in society, and you're that. There's no way. There's no way. There is no way. Yeah, there is. Or yes, there is. A lot more of them out there than you would think. They're not that deep. I don't think I'm going to go as far as to say that this person's a stupid person. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, but they're definitely not very mature. You know, like, okay, let me give you an example. When, when you was a little kid and you did something stupid and you got in trouble for it and your parents asked you why you did that, and the only thing that comes to mind is, I don't know. And they don't believe that. And I really don't know. They are convinced that there's a deeper psychological operation behind what you did. And it's like, no, I don't know. I just wanted to see what would happen if I throw a baseball in a window. I don't know. Because it's not that deep. There wasn't that much thought into it. Here's a baseball, there's a window. This looks like fun. Wah! I don't know why I did it. Similarly, when you're dealing with somebody that has the emotional intelligence of a little kid, it's not that their actions aren't that complex. They just have an impulse, they give into it, and they don't know why they did it. They're not that deep. There's not a lot you don't know about this person. Let's, I guess, get the advice here. I don't know. We got a pretty solid outcome in that first spread. Does this need advice? What's the advice for Cancer? What is the advice? Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So after a certain point, okay, there is a pretty distinguishable difference between when you should continue working towards something and when you should throw in the white towel. tell people this all the time, man, and this is so true. Part of the art of success in anything, it doesn't matter what it is. Success in your career and finances, success in your love life, success in your social life. Part of the art of success is knowing when to throw in the white towel. Just knowing when to step back and say, you know what, you can have it. I'm done. Dun 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 dun. That's part of the art of success. You got to think about it. When you're climbing the proverbial mountain, you're not going to win every battle on your way up. And see, here's the thing. You don't want to. You don't want to win every battle on your way up the mountain. If you're at the bottom of the mountain and you're battling with somebody, do you want to win that trophy? Do you want to be the king or the queen of the bottom of the mountain? I don't. You can have it. You can have it. You win. I'm going up this way. So I think you're making the right decision here. Something better comes along, shit, go at it. After a certain point, you know, you can't dump all of your energy into trying to get a kindergartner to understand algebra. It's just not going to happen. I don't care how much potential they have, you know, or it's just, no, stop. You're making the right decision. All right, now we're going to see what's going on with your love interest. What's happening with Cancer and the person they're interested in? Cancer and your love interest. What's happening? What's happening, man? Anything good? Anything bad? Anything at all? Oh, shit. Well, y'all are definitely coming together. That's for damn sure. I do think a relationship is being attempted, and it looks like this is moving very fast. Once it starts moving, it's going 0 to 100 in 1.5 seconds. And that mixed with this retrograde season that we're in right now, which is a pretty intense one. Oh, it is. I don't care who the fuck you is. This one's intense. Horrible fucking communication. Plus, mixed with how fast this is moving, it ain't gonna take long at all before y'all hit a brick wall. Ain't gonna take long. Ain't gonna take long. Actually, this might be a start quick, end quick type of thing. It's kind of what this is looking like. I think this person got feelings for you, though. I do think they got feelings for you. Just a horrible fucking communicator. And here's that damn Page of Wands again. The Page of Wands is arguably the most immature character in the entire tarot. Arguably, I mean, all the pages are immature, but, you know, the Page of Wands is the Page of Fire. So not only is the Page of Wands immature, but it's the fire energy. So really, really, really impulsive immaturity, you know? So, yeah. Damn, dog. All right, well, let's look at their feelings, energies, and intentions towards you. Cancer's love interest. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Three of Swords reverse. Still healing from a past breakup. Every fucking time. Past energy every time. Yeah. They got unfinished business with a past person. And that does affect things. Big time. Oh, King of Cups reverse. They got feelings for you, but they also have feelings for somebody else. And also got feelings for a past person. So, yeah, again, horrible communicator. Not only that, but they're also keeping an eye on their ex. Man, I'm going to tell you what. If you getting into a new relationship with somebody, you ain't got no business keeping an eye on your ex in the background. If you're keeping an eye on your ex, you ain't got no business getting in a relationship with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so whatever, man. Some of you dealing with a Leo. Who do I got here? I got Leo, Libra, Taurus. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Okay, let's just grab the advice on this. How much time we got here? Okay. Let's get the advice. What deck do I want to use? Advice for Cancer. What's the advice? Ooh, do not ever connect with anyone out of loneliness. Matter of fact, don't live in fear of being alone. Don't ever let that be the glue that brings you and somebody else together, because that is a vibration of lack. So you always hear everybody say, like vibration attracts like vibration. Most relationships, not just romantic, most friendships, family, acquaintances, are being held together by some sort of lack vibration, some sort of need vibration, right? I need someone to love me. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to listen to me. I need someone to validate my feelings. I need, lack, need, emptiness, lack, need, lack. It's a lack vibration. Now, that doesn't mean that relationships and friendships are not important. That's not what it means. What it means is the reason why, when you take a look at the population and you see a dating world that is a complete and total shit stain, it's because most people are on a lack vibration. It's plain and simple. See, when you're on a vibration of abundance, that's when you get to experience what a real connection is. See, when you're on that lack, need vibration, that's not a real connection. That's just two empty, broken people leeching off of each other and trying to vampirically suck love from each other. It doesn't work that way. So when you're on that vibration of abundance, that's when you get to experience what real connections feel like. You know why? Because when you're on a vibration of abundance, one of the default byproducts of that is you are extremely fucking picky about the energy that you let come into your life. Extremely fucking picky. Because if I don't need you, why are you here? I don't need you to make me happy. I don't need you to have somebody to talk to. I don't need you to keep me company. I don't need anything. So why are you here? Because I choose you. Because I see the potential that we have. We could build something while we're not distracted by trying to fill a void in each other, which we can't fucking do. You know why we can't do that? You know why you can't fill a void in somebody else's heart? Let me explain it to you. In order to exist in this dimension, your vibration has to be really fucking low. Really low. Your vibe can't be too high, or the human skin suit couldn't sustain it. It would kill you. Your vibration has to be so low that it creates amnesia. This is the only planet in this universe that the vibration is so low that when you get in here, you completely forget who you are and what you're doing here. That amnesia, in turn, creates the illusion of separation. You appear to be separate from and apart from everyone else. That illusion of separation, in turn, creates the illusion that you have this empty void in your heart. And to pour salt on the wound, we have been so brainwashed and so programmed and so conditioned to believe that the only way to fill that void is for somebody to come into your life and somehow fill it from the outside in. Well, you know why they can't do that? Because there is no fucking void. That's why. That's why. That's why it doesn't work. There is no void. The void is an illusion. We're not separate. We are all one. We're already connected. We're not separate from each other. We're not incomplete. That's why. That's why trying to fill a void is completely, it's a waste of time. Because there is no void. All there is vibration and attraction. If I am vibrating at a frequency of emptiness and brokenness, the only way I can attract a person into my life is if that person matches the frequency of emptiness and brokenness. If I bring somebody into my life on a vibration of emptiness and brokenness is what's going to manifest. That's why when you take a look at the dating world, it's such a shit show. Because most people are trying to fill an imaginary void that's not even there. And all they're doing is spinning in circles, attracting people who vibrate at that same frequency they do, and then manifesting relationships that complement that frequency. See what I'm saying? Does that make sense? That's the reason why the dating world is such a shit show. That's the reason why there's no point in trying to fill a void in somebody else's heart. That coin goes both ways, right? You don't ever want to let nobody lead you to believe that it's your job to fill the fucking void in their heart. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't do everything that you can to try to help make your partner feel better. That's not what I'm saying. Oh, no, I'm not saying that. Abso-fucking-lutely. Do everything you can for your partner. Be a shoulder to lean on, a voice of encouragement, a voice of validation and affirmation, a voice of encouragement. Absolutely do that. What I'm saying is, you doing that is only going to contribute to maybe 10% of their overall happiness. If they believe that it's your job to create their happiness and make them feel a certain way, in for a rude awakening. You can't make them shit. Remember, isn't it weird? When we were little kids, remember when somebody would tell you to do something like shut up or something like that? You can't make me. You can't make me. When we were little kids, we had common sense. You knew that another person couldn't make you do anything. But when we grow up, we get this idea that somebody's supposed to make us feel better, right? Somebody's supposed to make us happy. If I can't make you shut up, I definitely can't make you happy. When you're standing in that vibration, you won't put up with shit. Somebody acting funny like that, you're going to be like, get the fuck out of here. Get on out of here. And then that's when you'll rise up out of that vibration and attract a real connection, a real one. A real person who's also on a vibration of abundance. This is where it gets interesting. Because when you attract a person who is on a vibration of abundance, they ain't playing fucking games either. And you know that. And that is a breath of fresh fucking air, dude. When you meet somebody who is so sick and tired of playing fucking games that they're not afraid of being alone, that's a breath of fresh air. You know that they don't need you. They're not afraid to walk out the door if they have to. And if you walk out the door, they're not going to come chasing after you. It's like, I know you're not playing games with me. I know you mean business. Because they're not desperate. See, a desperate person, a needy person, you don't know if you can trust them. A desperate person will lie to you. A desperate person will manipulate you. They'll play games with you. They'll fuck with your head. A desperate, needy person will do anything that they can to meet their own selfish little desires and needs. But a person who's not desperate ain't got no time for that bullshit. And that's when you get to see what a real connection feels like. A real one. You're on your way there. I would say that the majority of you are probably going to get to experience that before 2025 is out. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Cancerian family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is right down here in the description, all right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of